Hello and welcome. Saskia here, Devotional Goddess. So today starts my 21-day challenge in how to regulate and support our central nervous system. I'm so excited to be on this journey. You can still sign up. It's not too late. I welcome you to join. So what happens when we start to regulate our central nervous system? We start to sleep better. We start to support our body, helping to re-regulate the hormones, coming to stabilize our anxieties. It allows us to become more grounded and more steady and stable in our being. And I chose this 21 days because it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. Yes, at any time, we all know times when we've been really committed to change, and it doesn't take 21 days. It's boom, done. But there are also other times where it can take a little longer. So having these 21 days to work together, do these practices that I've set up together. You can see them on my Linktree page. If you follow the tab for the 21-day challenge, you'll see day 1 to 21, every aspect of what we do every day. There'll be some days that I'll drop a video, talk you through an asana practice, and there'll be other days where I'll speak in, and other days that I'll just type and leave a message written. But I'm here to support you. We need to do this as a community in order to hold each other. I know for myself, and I've seen it around me over the years, that persistence is important. Maintaining a practice, it's easy with the busyness of life and all the multitude of distractions around us. We don't always sustain the practices that nourish us, that we need in order to be our best. And we can get tripped up. I know sometimes I like to kid myself that I've done it once, don't need to do it again. But it's persistence that we need to maintain. I've seen it with myself and with people in my community, in the spiritual community, that, they've had a mystical experience. And they believe that the shift has happened and the change has happened and that they're in a new way of being, and they continue to lean on that mystical experience, thinking that the work is done. But often with these shifts that occur, it is a glimpse into what we can fully step into. And it is a consistent behavior that needs to follow the choice point of change, or that mystical experience that maintains the change in our lives. If we have a change, if we have an experience where we've seen a broader scope of where we want to be, we then need to continue to maintain those action steps to integrate that newness into our lives. Because we are human beings, and we have patterns and grooves that are in our body, and this muscle memory that also needs to be shifted and changed. And that can take some practice. Even after my cancer journey, that year post-treatment, I incorporated several new aspects into my practice. And then slowly and surely, as I began to build my working life up again. Some of these practices have fallen aside because I just haven't been able to hold it all. But key aspects have remained. So there are windows where we're able to maintain a fuller regimen of self-care. And there are times where we then come back to the foundational ones. And every now and then when we feel we start getting wobbly or we start to lose our center, then it's like, wait, let me take from this, let me take from that. These worked really well. And we start to build upon our tool set, our toolkit that we can lean on when we feel we're coming out of balance. Because our state of out of balance has become the norm, and it's become acceptable in society because we juggle so much. But in doing this 21-day challenge, we get to weave in other ways of being. And we see which ones will resonate the most and take them. On the last day, I have you write down which practices resonated the most. Top 10, top 5, top 3, and top 1. As long as we bring in that one new practice and make it our own, make it part of us, the ripples of change come into our lives. And once that becomes the new norm, we go back to that list and we review again. Oh yeah, this one I want to incorporate now. Now I do my lemon water or my warm water every morning. I've noticed how it helps to eliminate in the mornings, helps me to start my day. Now I want to be more consistent with my bedtime. Or now I want to be more consistent and allow myself time when I come home from work to consciously decompress and drop more consciously into my breath. What are the aspects that enhances your self-care in supporting your central nervous system, so that we upload that deeper connection to our parasympathetic nervous system, where we are able to rest and digest and integrate. This is why this work is so powerful, and this is why we do it. So if you've had a moment of enlightenment, a mystical experience, don't rest on your laurels. They're just there to give you that glimpse. Continue to refine your connection to self. A while back, I witnessed a mother who had had a mystical experience, a magical labor and delivery. She really worked so hard in honoring her labor and delivery and doing it to serve her unique being. She prepped beforehand. She had her tools at hand during labor and delivery, and it was a beautiful labor and delivery. Really empowering, and it was a beautiful way to bring a baby into the world. And she was so proud of herself and happy with how she showed up for herself. And now, not now, but then, as she continued to step into motherhood with the second child, the juggle of parenthood and the sleep deprivation and all of that all of the difficulties that come when we are parents, mixed in with all the blissful moments and the beauty. And as women, we can sometimes lose sight of how we brought this child into the world. Because what I began to witness was the language that she used with her children permeated through to the language she was using with her husband. The mothering, the berating, that's stupid, why are you doing that? You know, the language that they had when pre-children had changed. And we want to be able, I share this because we want to be able to, even when we are stretched, we want to be able to keep as much sweetness, especially for the loved ones around us, especially for your partners. And keep the sweetness and the juiciness and the love and the reverence that you had pre-children in the marriage. Because this is where the home is. And supporting our central nervous system is so key to keeping that sweetness in life, because we are stretched. And yes, there are times when we have a short nerve and we respond in ways that isn't always loving. That's life. That's okay. But in supporting the central nervous system, we allow it to be a blip rather than the new norm. And this is what I want to support you with. Be it if you are still in a marriage or if you are solo or single parenting. Those who are around us, when our central nervous system is frayed and we're not caring for it in the ways that we each individually need, the quality of our family life, of our work life, of our relationship to self will suffer. That is why this is so passionate for me and so important for me to share with you. Because through my cancer journey, through my single parenting, through my parallel parenting, through all of it, I have lent on my yoga, and I've used that connection to cultivate, stabilize, and nurture my central nervous system. I welcome you to join me on this journey. Thank you. Much love. And until the next video, many blessings.